Deshaun Watson's determined spirit to return to the field is undeniable, but the harsh reality of his latest injury may have just sealed his fate with the Cleveland Browns. After a series of catastrophic setbacks, it appears increasingly likely that Watson has played his final snap in a Browns uniform, and his NFL future is shrouded in uncertainty. Watson, just 29 years old, was initially sidelined during the 2024 season by a devastating Achilles tendon injury suffered in Week 7 against the Cincinnati Bengals. His grueling rehab process seemed to be on the mend, but fate dealt another cruel blow. During offseason training, Watson re-ruptured the same Achilles tendon. This second rupture required an additional surgery in January, and the prognosis is bleak. Sources close to the team now expect Watson to miss most, if not all, of the 2025 NFL season. Veteran Browns insider Mary Kay Cabot, speaking on the latest episode of Orange and Brown Talk, described Watson's current status as very confusing and convoluted. Her outlook was grim. "I do not see him playing ball for the Cleveland Browns anymore." And with the string of injuries, off-field controversies, and underwhelming on-field performances, it's hard to argue otherwise. Watson's tenure in Cleveland has been a roller coaster of highs and frustrating lows. When the Browns inked Watson to a fully guaranteed, eye-popping $230 million contract, expectations were sky high. Yet in 3 injury-plagued seasons, Watson has appeared in just 19 games, throwing for a modest 3,365 yards, 19 touchdowns, and 12 interceptions. His 2024 campaign was emblematic of his struggles. 7 starts, 1,148 yards, 5 touchdowns, and 3 interceptions, with no single game surpassing 200 yards passing. Despite flashes of his former elite talent, Watson's Cleveland chapter has been defined by inconsistency and missed opportunities. His injuries have kept him off the field, and when healthy, he has failed to recapture the electrifying playmaker's form that once made him a household name. But it's not just the physical hurdles that complicate Watson's future with the Browns. A financial wrinkle looms large. The team holds a significant insurance policy on Watson's gargantuan contract, which would pay out if he is deemed unable to play due to the recurring Achilles injury. This policy creates a unique tension. If Watson heals and is medically cleared to play, Cleveland might face the dilemma of whether to keep a quarterback they've heavily invested in but no longer want on the roster. Mike Florio of Pro Football Talk broke down the impending showdown. If he gets a clean bill of health, that's going to complicate Cleveland's plan this year. They'd love for him not to play. They have an insurance policy if he's unable to play because of his twice-torn Achilles tendon. They get back a lot of cash, recover significant cap space, and they don't really need him. They've got 4 quarterbacks. This looming standoff could cast a shadow over the Browns' entire quarterback landscape. Speaking of which, the Browns are currently in a quarterback carousel, juggling Joe Flacco, Kenny Pickett, Dillon Gabriel, and rookie sensation Shedeur Sanders. Each has their own strengths and flaws, but none has yet solidified himself as the clear-cut franchise leader. While the Browns hope one of these signal callers can emerge and carry the team forward, front office whispers hint at a longer-term plan. Cleveland's recent draft moves suggest a franchise on the brink of retooling. The Browns traded down from the number 2 pick in 2025 to number 5, snagging the Jacksonville Jaguars' 2026 first-round pick in the process. This strategic accumulation of draft capital signals the team's intent to pursue a top-tier quarterback prospect in the 2026 NFL Draft. With Watson's injury woes and contractual complications, combined with the current quarterback group's uncertainty, it's clear the Browns are planning for a future that may no longer include Deshaun Watson. They're gearing up to build around new talent, hoping to finally find stability at the most critical position. But until that dawn, Cleveland faces what looks to be a tough rebuilding year. The Browns currently have a projected win total of just 5.5, tied for the lowest mark in the entire NFL. Fans and analysts alike are bracing for growing pains as the franchise attempts to navigate the fallout from Watson's injuries and figure out their quarterback quandary. In the end, Deshaun Watson's Cleveland journey, once hailed as a blockbuster move, seems destined to be remembered more for what might have been than what was. The future is murky, but one thing is certain. The Browns are at a crossroads, and the decisions made over the next year will shape the franchise's trajectory for years to come.